All right, guys, coming into round one of the tournament, ended up playing against Mr. Rugi Rizel against an out-of-town player visiting my shop. So I was just trying to give it my best because don't want to just lose somebody a newcomer to the shop. That's just pure ego on my end. But he was really chill dude, so no hate. So I started off pretty strong, trying to go for my standard combos. Dual drive get hit with the Ash. Unfortunately, I didn't draw not one cross out, no one triple tactics. But I was able to luckily just end on detonator, dual drive pass, and while that is good, I do know my field is very weak to a Typhon. And yeah, but he started playing Mr. Rookie cards, and I'm like, man, I haven't seen a Riser card yet, so I didn't know if he was on pure or just all out regular. And I also didn't know that the other guy in defense mode right there, every time you special summon, he special summons a reptile out of the graveyard. I'm like, bro, when people used to call Mr. Rookie custom cards, they were not freaking lying. I'm like, bro, why is that like not once per turn? I'm like, that's dumb. So I had to kind of like spam the field. Maybe I didn't. Let me know if I play or in the comments down below. But I kind of had to spam the field to try to make a comeback because like, bro, that effect is like really good. And luckily for me, I just made like Abyss Dweller and things like that. And it just made me scared for next format because I'm like, Abyss Dweller, I ain't gonna lie. I know it should get banned, but with decks like Mr. Rugi, with decks like Mermail, dog, I kind of feel like we need Abyss Dweller to check those decks because even with Mr. Rugi in the metagame, those decks are very threatening. So I just kind of figure like post those decks getting hit, how would the metagame be? So like I said, I'm just trying to figure out a way to come back, but he just had way too much advantage. And I'm almost positive I'm gonna end up losing. I tried to make AA Zeus, which didn't matter, and I just ended up losing the game. Going into game two, I decided to go first, siding in my solemn judgments, and I got hit with a Perulia. Didn't open up the Ash, so I kind of had to like just end on like Detonator, Abyss Dweller, and I'm like, pass. If you got some, you got some. So I just dwelled him during the draw phase. He played the talents to go add a bonfire to start the Rizel combo. I'm like, oh, he is playing Rizel. Chaos Angel, my field spell. I'm like, oh, that sucks. But luckily for me, I still had a solid field, and I also top decked the Cross Designator and I had Commodore. Like my hand was stacked game too, but he hit me with the freaking XYZ negation trap card. I can't think of the name. D barrier. So this was a long game too. I thought I was gonna lose. I'm like, man, I was determined just not to lose. But he got Chaos Angel, he got Detonator, and I'm like, I can do something. Talent's take was definitely the play for me because I was able to take his dude and start coming back with my stuff and make my dual drive. I made Detonator actually. Okay. Dual drive came back via Eclipse Twin, so that allowed me to go grab my Rizel trap to blow up his Chaos Angel. That's the main reason I run a trap because it just outs Chaos Angel. And that whole play allowed me to come back and win. It was a really interesting game, to say the least. Time got called. We ended up drawing the time. He did try to combo off, but I had an Empire for the Cowboy. So I'm going to catch you guys in the next clip. Y'all stay tuned. I ain't losing the time. F all that. All right, guys, what's going on? So, yeah, I don't have an intro because it was running late. Played it round one. It's a new player in town, just visiting, using Rizo, Miss Rugi. We drew. It was a good game, though. Because this guy, want to be on camera, sir?
Yeah, sure.
This is a guy you guys might know him from your locals. I don't know, but good player, honestly. It was a really fun game, honestly. Game one, thought I was winning, but he came back. I didn't know how he was playing, obviously, so I couldn't even. I got hand trapped. And then game two, I made an epic comeback. Then we just drew in time. He pulled an ulti sage, so let me see if my packs are lucky, because usually I get the good packs from my list, but I haven't pulled a thing good in a while, so hopefully I pull something good. And 10 by Dragon. Ah, that sucks. I think the luck went on the wrong side. That sucks. Yeah, see, come on, big money, big money, big money. I have not pulled an ulti out of the new set. I got my Masquerade, I'm happy. I am happy for that. I've been looking for that for a while. So, I didn't pull an ulti, but I pulled something I needed and I wanted. So, yeah, I'm having fun. But yeah, I'll catch you guys after round two, so y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, coming into round two of the tournament. Ended up playing against White Forest. And I ain't gonna lie, I thought my opponent was on Malice because he was on Malice for a long time. But during our game, he told me he sold it because he's not going to any events anytime soon. So he decided to pick up White Forest for more of a fun deck. And this is something new for him to play. That's more of his play style. I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. So he started off strong, and I ain't gonna lie. The only hand trap I've opened all these games was really just Empire, bro. I'm like, where the F are my hand traps? I run 14 hand traps. I know some people say, oh, that's not enough. You need to run 18 to 20. I'm like, bro, that's why y'all be bricking with 5 hand trap hands. Like, guy, like, bro, I need more. I need more hand traps for this format. Like, it's so annoying. Like these decks, a lot of these decks, like on White Forest, Mermails, when they go uninterrupted, bro, they are essentially just auto losers. Like you just lose 90% of the time because it's hard to come back. They do so much and gain so much advantage, and once they get the ball rolling, it just craps on metagame decks that's just as powerful but more consistent. So no hate, no shade. It's just I was just like, oh my god, that sucks. Like I cooked game one because Imperm wasn't enough, and my opponent just played it properly, came back. He did tell me he made a few misplays. I didn't know where they are. I'm not an expert with White Forest, but I did tell him like in our game, like usually they end on like one hand trap is not enough to stop that deck. Cause I kind of slowed his plays down, but like I said, he's new with the deck, and even being new with the deck is like really good, and he's doing really good piloting it. So shout out to him. Game two once again, open up Imperm. I guess I don't own Fualos, even though I play 3 in my deck, and I guess I don't own Meows. Like ever since I added Meows to my side deck, right? Ever since I picked up my 3rd one, I rarely see Meows. I rarely open it up. I pal shuffle everything. I'm like, bro, why do I not open my stuff? I see it, and every time I do see it, guess what happened, guys? Ash Blossom. Mother effing Ash Blossom. So you guys see right here, this game I came back a lot. I had to play my ass off. Like I said, these good rogue decks nowadays ain't sweet. I don't even consider White Forest rogue. I think it's in the top 10 best decks for sure. I just think there's a tier list of decks that are really good in this format, and White Forest is definitely in the top 10, let alone top 5, maybe even top 5. The deck is gas. Like, like don't get it twisted. You'll get cooked playing against that deck if you don't open up. You have to open Droll against that deck and hope they don't have a proper response. So once again, game 3, only hand trap was Imperm, and I had to watch him do the Dougie. If you guys don't know that song, "Do the Dougie" from back in the day, you guys can see. Like, I mean, I had Nibiru too, but even then, as you can see, like Nibiru and Perm just, I don't know if I nibbed right. I'll be honest with you on that. But nevertheless, I'm going to cut to the point. I lost this game because my hand wasn't the best. I just had Spirit Engine. It was GG no real well played. Catch you guys on the next clip. All right, guys. Round 2 is over out here. I'm not going home yet. So I lost against freaking White Forest. That's my boy. He just built the deck, so he was learning it. So if he saw some misplays, his bad. Game 1, I won. Game 2, I had no hand traps. So like that deck, if you open up 0 hand traps, you just auto lose. So I was struggling to come back because he did misplay, but I was lose that game anyway because White Forest is nutty when they can pop off. Game 3, that's what my open hand was. Node, cross out, freaking talents. What else? It was Nib and Imperm. I'm like, pass turn. Hey, sometimes with Riser you just brick. That's the deck. Yeah. If Node was a real starter, I would have been good. Also, shout outs to bro from the first round. He gave me a super Node. Really chill dude. Like I said, he's visiting from out of state. Really chill guy. We drew, so 1 loss, 1 draw. Probably not going to get prizing today, but guess what? We're going to keep our positivity up and continue to play. If I lose again, I'm just going to get up out of here. This is just all play testing to me. I'm not taking these losses personal, especially because I don't have my 7th Tachyon. So no one in the shop has it. Actually, one guy I do have my boy Eric, but he's yeah, my son's calling me. Oh, that's my boy Austin. I'll talk to him in a minute. I'll call to you later, bro. But anyway, yeah. So long story short, man, I'm just gonna catch you guys in the next clip, man. Y'all stay tuned. I gotta head back to my locals and now start round 3. So y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, coming to the final round for me, at least, round 3, because I suck. I played against Malice, and I ain't gonna lie. This was a really good game for my boy Abel. Shout out to him. He's going to Japan, man. I'm gonna try to see if he can hook me up with some stuff from Japan. Anyway, that's not the whole point of this video. I hit him with Droll, and this is why I'm like, man, Droll is such a good card in the format. I'm like, oh, here's my hand drops. This game, I actually opened up a couple hand drops like Droll, I think Ash, and it made me realize, like, bro, this is one of the things I hate about the Malice matchup. Cards like Droll and cards like Ash Blossom and cards like Imperm, even Baylor, they suck against this matchup. Literally, like, the only hand traps that are good against this matchup are the Mocharmies because, like, every time you hand trap them, 9 times out of 10 they can play around it. And the only hand traps that really affect them is like Nib. And my boy here was playing around Nib the entire both games. He did less than 4 summons every time because he could see that my hands were mid. My game 2 hand was better, but I made a big misplay. I'm going to go over there in the next clip. But yeah, GG no real well played. I didn't play my best today. I really wanted to play with my Tachyons. All right, guys, I suck. I lost to my boy Abel using Malice. He was telling me game 1, I just had a bad hand. Game 2, he was telling me Oh, when I impermed your ice, you could have detonated or popped. I'm like, I didn't think about that. Okay. So overall, 2 locals back to back, scrubbing out, and that's why I get my anxiety because I suck. I suck so bad, but I'm trying to get better. And this is Flash of Blaze, right? Flash of Blaze, right?
I'm surprised you remembered my name.
I remember this time with the cool piece of shirt. You gotta upload more, man.
I went undefeated. Chilling everybody today.
For Edison, right?
Yeah.
Good shit.
Oh, I see what you're trying
Yeah,
to
it's pretty cool guy.
do.
But yeah,
All right, you send me.
I scrub, bro. It's like I do good and I scrub. Do good, scrub. Yeah, I just need to get focused on. I get distracted easy. My shop, no excuses. I just need to get better. But anyway, I don't really care because I want a 7 tachyon. My locals didn't get it in yet, unfortunately. Their shipment got delayed until Monday. I'm like, oh, that sucks. I had some hands, so I'm like, oh, because I'm cutting the spirit engine in my deck for 7 tachyon, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so tired of these spirit cards. They're good, but a lot of the time, if I had the tachyon, I could just search my engine and start my plays. So I'd much rather do that. And so my list changed a little bit, and yeah, I'm like, I keep making these dumb misplays. Like, what is wrong with me? But anyway, man, I'm gonna catch you guys in the final statement. Y'all stay tuned. All right, guys, so back at home now. It's the same day. Probably gonna edit this video till Sunday. I got a busy weekend. And yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh. So, scrubbed again. But guess what? I don't care because my deck is not complete. Literally, I went to locals today. Like I said, no excuses. I just lost because I lost. Shout out to the people who beat me. But mentally, I was not there. Mentally, I much rather have played with 7 tachyon. And looking at my hands, I'm like, bro, I seriously need new sleeves. I've been having my deck set under a pack of like a bunch of these because like a lot of my cards are curved thanks to living in Chicago in the cold weather. So I literally opened up little to no hand traps all day. And then when I did draw a decent amount of hand traps against Malice, which was like Dro, Nib, it was Dro, Nib, and my opponent was playing around Nib to a mother F and T. Shouts to Abel. He's good with that Malice deck. He's like, yeah, I'm scared of Nib. I'm like, bro, how do you know I have Nib in hand? I mean, I didn't even make it obvious. I was like, Dro, I'm like, yeah, well, like, whatever you got, you got. And he just played under Nib, and he made suboptimal boards, and I had nothing. So, a lot of the times in this format, a lot of stuff you can't do. But like I said, he did tell me I misplayed because I legit should have just detonator popped the ice to get sword. That would have been better. I don't know if I would have won the game still because like I was already coming from low advantage and I did have Lance to stop him. But like I said, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Like I said, I mentally just once I realized I couldn't play with 7 tachyon, I didn't care because my deck list ain't real. There's some point of overthinking anything, and I paid for it with a Swift out of the tournament. But my game one, my highlight of my day is playing against the Rise of Mitsurugi. I've played against that deck forever, and we drew. It was a really fun game. Really awesome player. Like I said, shout out to Burger Game for me that foil node, which I did open up. I'm like, foil node. It sucks. Well, that's one of the reasons why I was kind of like not wanting to play with a foil one because I'm like, I know it's heavier and I'm going to draw it. But most of my decks are foil, so it shouldn't matter. And I power shuffle, but nevertheless, it is what it is. I'm about to eat my food that I cooked myself. Made me some salmon right here in the air fryer. Now, I just cooked it in a skillet with some microwave, broccoli cheese, and some white rice. Trying to keep it healthy, trying to keep it lean, prepping for the YCS. Yes, my diet is part of the YCS. One thing people don't realize, like, these YCS, is it pays to eat healthy because you walk around a convention center all day, you need your energy up, and I'm definitely going to be having some protein bars on deck when I'm there because I am not trying to pay all this money to go to Texas just to go 0-3 drop because I misplayed. If I'm gonna go 0-3 drop, I'm gonna go 0-3 drop because my opponent just had a better hand. I'm not trying to misplay like I did today. So I'm just working out my own kinks, like I said. Mentally today, I didn't play my best. I gotta admit that. But that's all part of the process. Like last tournament, I forgot what happened. You guys saw the vlogs, you guys already know what happened. This tournament, I just literally, my A game was not there at all. Especially after I got that draw round 1 and I lost round 2 because my opponent's playing stupid white forests and I draw no hand traps, and that deck, if you draw no hand traps and they draw hand traps against you, you just lose. So, with all that being said, man, post thoughts and opinions about this vlog. Comments down below. Like the video if you're new here. If you want to subscribe for more, subscribe for more. We're on the road to 23K subs. We just hit 22K subs, and the subs are going up. You guys have been loving my discussion content, so expect more discussion videos. The video I dropped today with this dude, Eber Wayne, right here. Shout out to bro. I'm finishing up his video right here. You guys, apparently you guys like my discussion on that, and that's what's up, man. So, like I said, more videos coming like that. It's your boy Rogue Hero, bring guys the real talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh community, as well as just me getting my ass kicked at locals. And I'm signing out. Peace. I'll see you guys in the next video.